Audio. Today's video is a little different. I wanted to talk about my encounter with Jesus Christ. Now, this encounter was really genuine. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it other than it was Jesus himself. Well, I know there comes a times where oh, it was God, like sometimes even jokingly you guys say it was God, like saying this and that, oh, God, give me a sign. And then you see a sign, oh, it's probably God, give me a sign. Yes, that does work, but sometimes you don't really feel it like in you. I don't know how to explain it, but this is how it went. So long story short, when I was working at Gen Korean Barbecue, I worked there because I needed a job. I needed a job ASAP, as soon as possible, right? So I was working at this job. I was there for only 3 months, all right? Keep in mind. I worked there, the hours were 10 hours long. It was honestly the most hard job I can do. It was really physical. I was doing averaging 17,000 steps. It was pretty insane, honestly. You had to run up and down, you had to take care of these guests. And the thing is too, you were you were limited on people too. Some days people would call out. I was a manager, so I had to fill in for those people who called out. Some days it was really busy. Obviously some days it was really slow, or really busy. Anyway, so when I would work, I'm the type of guy to clock in, do my work, not really talk to anyone, because I'm there to work. I'm there to do my thing. Sometimes I would, here and there crack a joke, whatever, it's work. But genuinely, I was there just to work. Just because I was in the headspace of damn, I need to get out the mud. I need money. What else can I do, right? I was in a really bad spot. I needed money right then and there. I didn't want to sell drugs. I didn't want to scam. I didn't want to do all these other types of way to make money, right? I was gonna do it the right way, right? And at the time, I was working at Chick-fil-A. I had 2 jobs. So it was kind of hard for me. I know Fridays and Saturdays, it was pretty tough for me. So let's just say on Friday, I would open at Chick-fil-A from 5:30 in the morning to 2:30. And then from 2:30, I had to work at 3:30. And from there, the distance was 40 minutes away. I had to drive 40 minutes to get to Gen Korean Barbecue when I was working at Chick-fil-A. So I would have to ask my managers, hey, can I leave early? So, and they would chill about it. They'll let me leave early, right? And so some of you guys asked hey, where's it going? I thought I was gonna relate to God. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna get there. All right, so I would work from 5:30 a.m. to 2:30. From 3:30 I would get off at 1 in the morning, or sometimes 2:30 in the morning, and I would get home to 3:30. It was really insane. Yes, money was coming in. Yes, it was okay money, but I needed more, right? I was literally slaving my ass away. And from the next day, I had work from 5:30 in the morning, the next day at Chick-fil-A too as well. So I only took a nap, showered, ate, brushed my teeth, and I'd go to work the next day and then do the same shit over again. It was genuinely the worst time to be working at. It was fuck, I was slaving my ass off. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how much I was slaving my ass off. Anyways, and I remember one time I would literally parked in the garage, and I turned off my car because I'm not trying to get poisoned, right? And I turned off my car, and I just sat there and I went to sleep. I didn't brush my teeth nor change, and I woke up the next day. I didn't have work the next day. Only had Gen Korean Barbecue at 3:30, and I woke up and I'm shit, I got to shower and get ready and go to sleep. So I deadass just slept in the garage. I just sat there and I slept because I was so fucking tired, right? Anyways, getting a little off track. So what I was trying to say is I would just do my work. It was, I don't know, the amount of disrespect I received at that job, it was pretty much insane, right? I'm pretty sure they're really nice and genuine, caring outside of work. I honestly do think they're nice and caring outside of work, but you know how work is, a whole bunch of bullshit be going on. I really don't got time for this, right? I really just stood to myself, and I guess they didn't like that. I guess they didn't like the fact that I wasn't really with the, in tune with the crowd. I wasn't really joking with them. I was doing my own thing, because genuinely that's what I was doing. Anyways, comes to next thing you know, the manager said, oh, you're gonna move to another location, right? That other location is way closer to my house. Instead of driving 40 minutes, I would drive fucking 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes away from my house. Because originally I applied to be 10 minutes away from my house instead of driving fucking 40 minutes. When he said you have to drive fucking 40 minutes, I'm like, ah, shit, what the fuck? I don't want to drive 40 minutes to go to work. That's insane. And I had to because I had no other choice. Well, I probably did have another choice, but I just, you know, I needed a job ASAP. So I did that. Next thing you know, I was supposed to get trained and I was supposed to go to another location, and I'm there. Keep in mind, 3 people got hired. I was the first one there. This other guy named Kevin was there, and this other guy named Anthony was there, right? So I was the last to leave. I was the last one there. I stayed there, and they kept asking, yo, bro, when you go to other location? I'm like, shit, I don't even know. I really don't know. I couldn't even tell you. The thing that confused me is because I busted, like I literally cleaned more tables. I busted more tables. Well, at first I didn't know what I was doing, but later on, I started to figure shit out. I really knew how to run it. I literally busted my ass off. Like, I genuinely was working. Like, I kid you not. Like, I really don't remember a downtime. I was genuinely giving it my all, which is pretty crazy to say. Like, for me, even yeah, when it's time to work, I give it my all. I was giving it my all. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Next thing you know, all right, keep in mind, I'm working there. Next, you know, one random day, I'm like, fuck, something has to fucking change. And you know what? I go on my maps. I'm like, fuck it, let's get into sales. So that's when I start selling cars, right? I start selling cars. Bam. I call the dealership. I'm like, hey, you guys have an interview tomorrow or something? You guys have an open interview? It's like, yeah, we have an interview. Come tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Bam. I secure the interview. Next, you know, tomorrow comes. I get the interview. And I get interviewed. It went so well, super smooth. They call me the next day. I'm like, hey, you're hired. Come join us, right? Next, you know, I put in my 2 weeks saying, like, hey, I'm no longer gonna work with you guys because fuck y'all. Y'all got me fucked up. I hate that shit. I hate that job. I'm gonna make more money in car sales. I mean, I'm just going pretty good. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. But either way, I quit Gen. I don't show up the last day because fuck y'all. Y'all got me fucked up for showing up the last day. And then I get into sales. Now this is when God comes in. This is like the most important part. All right. So literally 2 days ago, when my buddy is going to Spain, he got a pro soccer contract to go to Spain. Ibiza, Spain. Shout out to him. You know, he's going to Spain, right? He gets a fucking contract to go to Ibiza, Spain. And next, you know, we're talking about God, right? We're talking about how he has a plan for you and how the thing that stuck with me is I really don't know what chapter, what phrase he was talking about, but all I remember is the story he was talking about. All right, Jesus. We all know Jesus was walking on water, right? And we all know people were on the boat, sitting on the boat, watching Jesus like walk on water, while I forgot his name, Jeremiah or Noah, I really don't know, but he was in the water, right? He was in the water, and he cried out to Jesus, Jesus, help me, come to me, right? He's saying, oftentimes we want Jesus to come to us, but we don't go to Jesus. You know, he's like, Jesus, come to me, Jesus, come to me, come to me. No, you have to go to Jesus, right? And oftentimes you have to put your faith in Jesus. You have to go to Jesus, right? So what we did is, so he told me that he got up and he started walking on water, and next thing you know, a miracle was performed right then and there in front of our eyes, right? But again, we had there was another thing called too. People in the boat, they're looking at Jesus perform a miracle. That's often us too as well. We can't really. There's a difference between believing in Jesus and knowing about Jesus and having faith about Jesus. But I know I'm getting off track, right? But the main message was have your faith in Jesus, and Jesus has a plan for us. He will take care of you guys, right? And right then and there, I had to leave. For some odd reason, I left early to go to the gym. Like, hey, I got to go to the gym. Like, it was nice knowing you guys. Like, I got to go to the gym, hit my workout, because tomorrow's another day, right? I leave, right? I leave to the gym, right? Next thing you know, I get to the gym. Some chick I used to work with hit me up and said, hey, Chris, hope you're doing well. The reason why. And then she literally told me about how I was never, ever going to go to Northridge, and how I was going to get fired right then and there. When I put in my 2 weeks, they said I was gonna get fired. I don't know why I was gonna get fired. I really don't know why I was gonna get fired. So I was gonna get fired that right then and there. She told me, like, yeah, you're never gonna go to Northridge. You're about to get fired. And the reason why I was there is to basically find out what's really going on with that restaurant. So she was like a spy or some shit. I don't know. She was a spy or some shit, right? And so as soon as I read that message, I'm like, yo, what the actual fuck? Like, it kind of hurt though, because the thing is, I put in my like blood, sweat, and tears in this job, and they still decided to fucking fire me, which is pretty insane. I'm like, yo, what the actual fuck? I really gave it my all, and you guys are trying to fire me for like underperformance or some shit. They said I was gonna flirt with some chick. Man, that chick is like the least of my worries. I guarantee you, I was not gonna flirt with nobody. I guarantee you, I was gonna flirt with nobody. Anyways, so she told me like, yeah, you're never gonna go to Northridge, whoop de whoop de whoop. And then right then and there, I'm like, damn, like for some odd reason, I contacted the dealership, and I don't know why it went in my head. I don't know what told me, but I said something gotta change. I'm gonna call this number and I'm gonna contact the dealership to see if I can get a job. And I called them. And I got an interview right then and there when they picked up the phone, which is pretty insane. God is doing his miracles. God is there. He is working with each and one of every you guys. God is helping you guys. And at the time, I was at the darkest moment of my life. I hated my life. I was confused. I really didn't know what was going on. I really didn't know why. Like, I was confused. I was like, there's no way this shit is happening to me. Like, during the time I was working at that restaurant, it was really bad. And then literally 2 days, like yesterday, it literally happened yesterday. And I thought about it, I'm like, yo, God has a plan for us. He sees us, right? God has a plan for you guys. Even though you're like the darkest, the deepest moment, you're confused, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Excuse my language. You don't know what's going on. God has a plan for you. And I genuinely felt like it was, I look back at it, I'm like, yo, what the actual God? I look back, I'm like, damn, God was really with me. He was looking out for me. And it changed my whole perspective on how you have to put your faith in God. And it really changed my perspective, like how we should think about God, because God is real. I guarantee you. Like, he was genuinely there. You could feel his presence. And I pray that everyone can feel this feeling, but it's like a feeling, like, it's like a buzz. Not a warm buzz. Like, I want to say buzz. It's like a warm feeling, like, you know he's there and he's looking out for you. And you're like, that's why you did the thing. That's like, I understood everything. Like, I felt like, okay, I know you're here. I know you're with me. I know at the time I felt his confidence. Okay, I know why I'm going through this. I know you're here. I know you love me. And I understand why the things that you do. I understand why the things you did to me. Not did to me, but I understand why you put me through the things that I had to do. I really did understand him. I'm like, okay, but I understand now. Right? And that was my experience with God. That was really the experience of God. There's another one, but I was on shrooms. That, I really do not count that. I was tripping on shrooms, but that's another story. But he was genuinely there. And my advice to you guys is, keep in mind, I haven't prayed in a month. And that's really bad. I haven't prayed in a month. And out of all days, my buddy told me, hey, come this day. Come talk to Jesus. I come to Jesus. We talk about Jesus. I learn about Jesus. I leave early to hit the gym. Think, I gotta hit my schedule. I gotta go to the gym. As when I leave, I get this message right then and there. It's all timing. It's all like, it all happened in one day. I'm like, out of all days, it was this day, you know, where I came across Jesus. I heard the word. I heard his phrase. We had a pastor in front of us. He was telling about how you have to put your faith in Jesus and he will take care of you. Like, have faith in Jesus. He's there. Like, just go to him. He will take care of you. Like, oftentimes you want Jesus to come to us, but Jesus, like, you have to go to Jesus. He gave us a free will, right? And that's my encounter with Jesus. Hopefully you guys learned something about this today. And yeah, it was pretty intense, that feeling. And I pray that everyone has an encounter with Jesus. Like, if you guys have an encounter with Jesus, please let me know in the comments below. Like, hey, this is my encounter with Jesus. And for those of you guys who are really struggling with their faith or don't even know what they want to do, just pray to God. Honestly, just pray to God and say, hey, Jesus, I'm struggling with this. You know, talk to him. He's your best. Like, talk to him. You know, even right now, I'm not doing my best. I'm not performing my best. I'm not where I want to be at in life. But it's my fault. I've made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Fuck, I made so many mistakes. Oh my God, I made so many mistakes. But, you know, we just got to thank God that we're in a car, we're living, we're breathing, we're hitting the gym, we got work going on, we have another day on ahead of ourselves to get better. And that's all it takes. Just being grateful for what I have right now. And I really wasn't. But hopefully you guys learned something about this. I love and appreciate you guys, each and every one of you guys. And then hopefully you guys are going to see me soon out there. All right. I love you guys and love you guys, man. Take care.